What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Auto Auction Rebuilds. Today we are back with the Cobra, which, by the way, is one of my favorite cars. I can't wait to get this thing back on the road again, and I'm hoping that in this video we will get this thing wrapped up and it'll be ready to take out and drive, because there's more work to do. It needs a CCRM module, it needs a cooling fan, it needs an ABS pump, it needs a lot of stuff. But today what it needs is to button up the drive shaft. Hopefully the rear wheels work and spin. If so, we can put the exhaust on, we can put that subframe connector back on, and we got a guest joining us today. Santa's Workshop is here.
Ho, ho, ho.
How's it going, man?
It's a-going.
Is it?
Yeah.
You look like you've been painting.
Oh, just a little bit.
A little bit? Blue. Upcoming video?
No video.
You didn't film? Oh, man.
Yeah, this is a family member, and
Yeah.
they're building a truck, a 70 model Chevy truck for his grandson.
Okay. Nice.
And nobody in the family wants to paint, and I said, sure, I'll come do it.
Well, good thing they know you.
Oh.
Well, if you don't know who Santa's Workshop is, go check him out. I'll put a link to his channel directly below this video. I am going to take a drive shaft, this rusty drive shaft. I need to put a little lube on it here, but you know what? The U-joints actually seem to be in good shape,
Yeah.
considering they were under salt water.
They felt pretty good when I took it off. I mean, that thing was on there.
Yeah. Yeah, surprisingly, I don't hear any noise or anything. Considering how rusted all of this stuff was that came out of it, I'm surprised more things weren't wrong with this car. Well, guys, give me a couple minutes. Drive shaft is pretty easy. It's only 4 bolts. It's no big deal, right?
Randy.
For those that don't know, every time I say that, things go terribly, terribly wrong. But the goal is slap the drive shaft in, cross my fingers, and hope that we can get those rear wheels up in the air and this thing actually kind of comes back to life. I mean, it's kind of hard to screw up a clutch, right? I shouldn't have said that.
No.
See? I'm just jinxing the whole thing. All right, so I looked it up, and it takes Merc V or Dex Merc. I just happen to have the Valvoline full synthetic version, which is good for Merc 6, Merc 5, Dex Merc. Full synthetic should work just fine. We got the battery connected. We're gonna pour it in through the where the shifter goes, and I'm not gonna use a funnel.
Better him than me.
And I'm not gonna fill it up either. I'm gonna put. That's full, so this will be 5 quarts, or 4 quarts. 4 quarts in a gallon, not 5. This, I believe this is 1 gallon. It's the good stuff. Let's see if we can do this with no funnel. You know, I might have should have listened. Santa said you're going to need a funnel. Let's do a funnel.
Okay.
Let's do a funnel. I don't want to risk spilling it, man. We'll do, yeah, that'll work. And this is not going to be up to capacity. We're going to put most of what it needs in it, because there's a possibility I might have to take this back off again. Take the trans back out.
No.
No? Okay. Well, I'm not going to pour all of it in here. The plugs are in. Oh. Boy, she takes forever doing it this way. Good Lord. Come on, man. And then we'll put the shifter back in. I'm not going to bolt that in either. We're just going to kind of hodgepodge things together here. Then we're going to fire it up, and we're going to cross our fingers that those back wheels are going to spin.
Oh, they're going to spin.
Open headers too, man.
Ooh.
It ought to sound great. All right, it's going to work.
It's going to work.
Back wheels are up in the air.
Yes.
So we're safe. I got a wheel chock under the front wheel, and the other tire's flat, so it ain't going nowhere. Oh, keys, however, would be helpful. If this is going to be loud, I'm going to open the door so we can reduce some of the echo in here. Hopefully she's going to want to run, and hopefully, with any luck, I'm going to give you the camera so you can go back to the wheels.
Ah, okay.
And let's see if, please, please, please work. Oh. All right.
Drumroll.
Fire and hole. What's that noise?
It's all the way down. It's the U-joints.
Oh, the U-joints, yeah.
Who needs mufflers?
Right? That clutch is nice. It shifts now like it's supposed to. You know how nice it is to be able to go into gear. And that's
Well, I'll tell you, I kind of knew it was going to work.
because I did it.
Well, because you did it.
Right.
But when we was putting the drive line in, I turned the drive line so to get to the other side.
I did that too. Before I put the drive shaft in last night, I turned the splines in neutral, made sure nothing was binded up. Everything, I used the centering tool, everything. I torqued everything to spec. Like, I really made sure. All right. This is great news. I'm happy. So it's just a matter, there's really nothing left to do. It's so simple. Just hook up the exhaust, put that little bracket back on, finish filling it up, open the fill plug, or the fill plug, fill it up through the top until it starts dripping out.
Right.
Done. Simple. Easy. I love it. All right. Well, that was easy. It's like I said it was.
Yeah.
I said it was going to be so easy, and it was.
Well, it went back together well.
It did.
It fought a couple of times.
Yeah.
It wasn't bad.
Not too bad. The super glue incident, though. I super glued my hand to. I was cleaning off the shifter boot assembly that has a gasket. Mm-hmm. The gasket cracked. I wanted it to be perfect because we've gotten every nut and bolt back into this car that came out. So I'm trying to make it perfect.
Right.
My super glue tube nothing would come out of it. And it's a brand new tube. I cut it open to everything. So I went over to little Monkey Wrench Mike's car here. Well, first I super glued my whole jacket here. That's all super glue. And Monkey Wrench Mike's car, I'm going to clean that up.
It's an added layer of protection.
It is from future salt water.
That's right.
Just in case. I was holding the pieces together. I went to take my hand off, and my hand was stuck. Like, literally, the whole thing was dangling from my finger. I used a wire brush to clean it off. And then this finger got super glued like this, so I couldn't fully extend it. It was stuck, so I had to use a wire brush to clean that off. And then, anyway... Oh, and 6 quarts is what Google AI said this car calls for.
Yeah, it's AI.
It was very wrong because I opened the fill plug so that we could fill it up and, know when it was pouring out. It gushed all over my hands.
Well, AI stands for artificial intelligence.
Yeah.
That means it's artificially intelligent.
It ain't real.
Sort of like a blonde dyeing her hair brown.
Yeah.
I did not say that. I did not say that. Do not hate me.
So I got trans fluid poured all over my arm, all over the floor. And, but now, will you guys take a look at this? She's back together. Everything is installed properly. I think the battery's connected. I aired up the front tire. I'm going to air up the rest of the tires because this thing has been sitting for so long. I want to make sure all the tires are properly inflated. That battery's hooked up. Yeah. So, she's ready. She's ready. Look, I closed the hood. That's how sure I am. I need to adjust that headlight. Look at that sucker. That sucker's sticking way.
Yeah.
That sucker's sticking way out. Need to do a little adjusting on that headlight. And I think I bolted. Yeah, that's bolted back in. All right, let me air up the tires. I hate taking them on drives at night. That sucks. No. You can't see anything. I wonder if I should come back tomorrow for the drive.
Yeah, you probably should. I mean, at least they can see it out. Maybe
the
sky will be clearer.
Yeah, but I don't know. depends on if they get all them fires out tonight.
Well, they were getting them out pretty quick.
Good. All right, look, I'm not gonna make you wait till tomorrow. I am gonna take it out for a quick spin, just see how it does. But we'll come back in the daylight. That's the only way to do it, where they can see everything.
Right.
And let me air up these tires, guys, and we'll take her out for a quick spin. Well, you riding?
No, I think I'm gonna go to the house and get me some sinus meds.
Yeah, you sound kind of that. Oh, it's all that smoke and soot, and you painted.
I painted last night and smoked today. Dirt.
You gotta stop smoking.
I'm allergic to New Mexico, I guess.
Smoking's bad for you, man. Well, anyway, we appreciate you coming by.
Hey, you bet. I enjoyed it.
So if you guys appreciate Santa's Workshop for coming over and lending us a hand on this beautiful, God, it is beautiful.
It is.
On this beautiful Cobra, I think you should go check out his channel. I'm going to put a link to it directly below this video. It'll be the first link. You just click it and boom, you're there. I'm sure he'd appreciate it.
Absolutely.
We appreciate you coming out here. Thank you, Santa. We're going to take this thing out on just a quick drive. And don't worry, I'll bring you guys back in the daylight, and we can take it on a proper drive where they can actually see everything that's going on.
There you go.
All right, let's do it. Oh, it sounds so good. Headlights, and then you got to play with it. There you go. You got to play with it a little bit. Oh, man. Smooth as silk. Uh-oh. Reverse was a little sketchy. I think we got it. You can hear that clutch. Oh, brakes are good. Yeah. Here we go. Oh, that is so nice. Oh, there's a stick on the side of the road. Look at that. See you later. Have a good one, man. Thank you again. Oh, yeah. Having a clutch is so nice. Brakes. This thing hasn't moved in so long. Look at all the smoke down there, guys. Wow. Oh, the airbag light's not on anymore. Only the ABS light. Are you serious? Oh, nope, the airbag light just came on again. Oh, it teased me. It teased me. Oh, we have a clutch. Yeah. Oh, it shifts great. Oh, it shifts great. Yes. Oh, that headlight is way not right. You gotta knock the dust off them brakes. Oh, she rips now. She rips now. There's Santa again. See ya! Oh, okay. Oh, guys. So worth it. So worth it. Transmission sounds great. Clutch is great. No complaints. The car smells good. We don't even have a check engine light right now. ABS light and an airbag light. And that's it. I know you guys can't see anything, but the clutch is buttery smooth. No sounds, no funny noises when I engage it anymore. Isn't it just great when a project comes together? You know, I mean, don't get me wrong, the car still needs some work. But let's rip her a little. Oh, wow. Golly. Yes. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about right there. Oh, I'm so happy. Yeah, like I said, not to worry, guys. I know these nighttime drives suck. We're not going to do the 10 mile or anything tonight. I'm going to come back and give you guys a proper video during the daytime. I feel bad for even dragging you guys along with me out here tonight. That clutch is nice. That's a really good clutch. I know it's just a cheap AutoZone one, but good clutch. Let's put it in first. Synchronizers are great. Like this transmission is wonderful, and the exhaust sound. Oh, she's got some power, man. I'm not even kidding with you. She's got some power and some Turks, man. She get up. She get up. Don't let her fool you, man. Oh. Yep. I'm happy. Happy. Easy. Oh. I feel like I'm not on here very good. Oh, hell no. We're about to fall off. You know what? Reverse? Reverse is a little sketchy. Oh, we got some smoke from under the hood. Uh-oh. Huh? I don't remember it smoking before. Oh, you know what? I soaked... Hopefully we're on here now. I soaked the... yeah, we're on here now. Good. Let's get all the way on the lift. Oh, there's quite a bit of smoke. But I sprayed the headers. I sprayed the headers with a PB Blaster. That's what it is. There's actually a considerable amount of smoke coming from under the hood. Oh no, it's PB Blaster. I can smell it. That's PB Blaster coming off the exhaust. Good, okay. All right, man. Hey, listen. She runs great. This headlight sucks. This needs to be adjusted. I'm going to have to figure out how you bring... This needs... I think there's a little... Yeah, right there. You got to bring... I need to bring this in. This probably needs to come out a little bit. But once we get that headlight adjusted, she'd be all right. Oh, that PB Blaster stinks. Yeah, she's warming up nice. See if we got pressure on the cooling system here. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Now, the cooling fan does not work on this. And it may not be the motor. It may just be the CCRM module. We can test it at some point, maybe by pulling this plug and running power directly to it with alligator clips. And if the cooling fan comes on, then we know it's the CCRM module. Now, I already know that the CCRM module, which resides under here, needs to be replaced. But before I can replace it, I got to get this up in the air, get the wheel liner out, and I've got to get the part number off of it, and then get one with a matching part number. Once we do that, guys, I think we're honestly about good to put the strut tower brace back in as well, if I can find... Oh, the bolts are all right here. I put everything right here so I wouldn't lose it. I never do that. That's... Good job, Randy. Good job. Yeah, I think we can put this back on. The car is running absolutely great. I do believe the air filter is not installed. I think it's on the floor over there. So let me put this brace back on real quick, guys. And then I think I'm going to go home. We'll come back tomorrow and take her for a proper spin in the daytime. Well, I thought I did a good thing and saved all my bolts. Unfortunately, I need 1, 2, 3, 4. So I need 8. I need a total of 8 bolts. And unfortunately, I don't have 8 bolts. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So not even 6 bolts. I got 5 bolts. There are some over here. Those don't even go to this car. So I don't know. It's been so long since I started first working on this car, I don't know where all the nuts and bolts are. So I'm gonna have to look around, see if I can, you know, maybe, hopefully, find them again. But I'm gonna call it a night, and we are gonna come back in the daylight. Hopefully the fires are mostly out and the smoke is gone, and we'll take her out on a proper run. And so long as everything seems good on the 10-mile ride, we'll come back, and I'll go ahead and throw the bolts that I have into that strut brace. We'll just do what we can. We'll put the air filter back in it, and we'll put the coil covers back on because those are missing. And I think 1, 2, 3, 4. Great. So I'm missing 4 of the bolts for my coil covers. How does this happen? Can somebody explain this to me? Where does stuff like this go? I had it pushed way over here, out of the way. It's out of the way. You know how many coil cover bolts I got? 4. 4. I need 8. And I've got 4. I need 8 bolts. I've got 5. It's literally been pushed against the wall, out of the way, where nothing should have been over here messing with any of it. So that's the way it goes. Make sure we put this over here so I don't forget. This is the air filter that goes to it as well. We'll try to button this thing up tomorrow. And I guess that's going to be it for tonight, man. I'll see you guys in the morning. And we're back. Told you guys I was going to come back another day. Unfortunately, it's been a couple days. We had fires that literally burned down. I mean, Oklahoma got burned bad, guys. It got burned real bad. We had fires all over near AAR headquarters. I had fires closing in on my home. It was rough. And all the cars are now covered in this. Not to worry, it washes off. This is all just, it's like smoke. See, it just, look at that. It's dust. See, it leaves handprints wherever I hit it. It'll wash right off. But I mean, all the cars out here are just covered in soot from these recent fires. Unfortunately, I left the 57 out here. The 66 was sitting. All the cars were sitting out here. That's unfortunate. But we're back with the Cobra. Yeah, the Cobra got left out here too. So she's got a little bit of dust and soot on her too. Okay, so for the Cobra, make sure we got a tag. Now it's done the 10 miles before, but obviously we got a new clutch this time on this car. Unfortunately, we still have to pop the hood on this one and hook the battery up every time. The 347 stroker, we fixed that, so that's no longer an issue. You can leave the battery connected on that as long as you want, and it won't die. But on this car, no, she'll kill the battery pretty quick. Oh, dang it. And I need to put some WD-40 on the hood release. I'm trying to be careful not to hit any of these cars. Some of these cars are sold now. And boy, some of you got upset with me. Some of you were sending me emails. You were mad that I sold some of my cars. That's like, I had these cars up for sale for so long and nobody wanted them. And as soon as they sold, man, suddenly everybody wanted to start buying them. I don't know, man. I don't know. We're not going to worry about that, though. It is what it is. I gave everybody equal opportunity. So I sent the links and everything. If you wanted it, you could have had it. All right. This is going to be difficult to film. Obviously, manual transmission things. Let's fire it up. Oh, yeah. Reverse is still a little... Never mind it. No, it's fine. Yeah, it's fine. Okay. I thought reverse was having some problems. Only lights on the dash currently are ABS. Did the airbag light go out? Nope, there it is. ABS and ABS and airbag lights, the only lights on the dash. Now, unfortunately with this car, since we're not totally finished with this thing yet, guys, we got it running and driving, but that's it. We're gonna have to roll the windows down a little bit because it's hot. We don't have a blower motor in this car. We don't have a radio. There's a lot of things in this car. The convertible top doesn't work. The radio turns on, but it doesn't do anything. There is some noise. That's it. Air conditioning, the compressor doesn't come on. nothing happens. The blower motor is, I guarantee you the blower motor is dead. The CCRM module, I'm pretty sure is dead. Oh, the dust got all up in here too. Wow. It needs a headlight switch. The odometer gear is broken. I already ordered another one of those, so we'll be pulling this cluster out and fixing it. I had a lot of people wondering, why did you sell the nice one, right? That car right there, supercharged, that car runs and drives, air conditioning, heat, everything works. Well, guys, there's no content in that. The views have crashed on that car because there's nothing really left to do. This car still needs a lot of work. It only makes sense. There's content here and there's not content there. So I did the right thing and I kept the car that we need to finish fixing on. Let me buckle up. Let's take this thing for a 10-mile ride. All right. And I like the originality of this car, honestly. That's kind of what does it for me on this one, is how original this car is. It hasn't been molested. You know what I mean? Oh, am I stuck? There we go. Don't hit the blue car. It's already sold. And don't run into the ditch. This is where I'm running into a freaking problem here. Let's go this way. Did I miss everything? I think I did. Good, good, good. Okay. Boy. It's so weird being able to shift the transmission. I've never been able to do that in this car. Never, ever, ever. This transmission has always been so bad. Let's just kind of go in a circle. There we go. Oh, this is nice. Nice clutch. Smooth shifts. It may get a little windy. Obviously, there's nothing I can do about that. Oh, yes. Oh, this car feels great. This car feels absolutely great. I love this. I really do. Let me roll up the windows just a little bit. The steering is so tight on this. I'm not used to that from an old car. It's an old car, but it's got super low miles. So, like, everything still handles and feels like a new car. It is so weird. The brakes are amazing. The steering is just so tight and responsive. All right, here we go. Oh, sorry. Man, she's fun. You don't have to have gobs of horsepower and gobs of torque to be fun. That was the fireman. Yeah, boy, he gave me a dirty look, didn't he? Damn. Oh, that's the guy that threw rocks at my car. That video got over 1 million views. I can't believe that video was viral. It's a viral video of the fireman throwing rocks at one of my cars. Yeah, he's still pissed. Still pissed about that. All right, let's give her some juice. Whoa, she revs nice. Yeah, oh, I love this Cobra, and it rides so good. There we go. 5th gear. Yeah. Oh, man. Now, I can't be out, like, you know, hammering on it too much. I can't be doing clutch dumps, burnouts, things of that nature. Obviously, clutch needs like 500 miles to get broken in. So we're not gonna be too hard on her. I am curious if the cruise control works. It probably doesn't, but let's see if we can set it. No, I don't think it does. Doesn't work. On. No. There's a lot of things that the CCRM module runs. I think one of them is the fuel pump, one of them is the cooling fan, another one's the air conditioning, like the compressor. And I'm certain that the CCRM module is shot in this car. So we should not have an electric cooling fan. I don't know for sure if it works or not. We should probably let the car get up to temperature and find out. But I don't think we have a cooling fan. So it'd be really important to keep our eye on this and make sure that the temperatures in this car don't get too high. I'm currently cruising at 75 miles an hour at 2,200 RPM. That is great. no check engine lights. This car doesn't need a whole lot more, guys, and she'll be a nice daily. And it's probably worth a bit of money. I know it's a salvage title, I know it's a flood title, but I mean, if we can get everything working and all the lights to go out on the dash, I think this car would still be worth some money just because of how low miles it is. I don't know. You guys tell me what you think, but we're gonna continue on. We're gonna knock out this 10-mile run, and we're gonna finish this video, and then I'm probably gonna order some parts. We'll come back, and I think the next big thing I want to work on is the CCRM module and see what comes back to life when we replace it. This is such a great car, man. It really does ride and drive like a brand new car. It's so hard to explain because it's like, yeah, but the car is a 1997. It's not new, but it is so low miles, guys. All the boots are still in good shape on the suspension. All the suspension is still original. This car literally rides like you would expect a brand new Cobra off the showroom floor to ride. I mean, it is comfortable. It handles great. It feels good. It's responsive. Not scary at all. I really love this car. And the better this car gets, the more I think maybe this is one I ought to purchase from my dealership and keep it as my own. Serious. Another great thing about this car is I have left it out in the rain, all kinds of storms, never leaked, not a drop. It doesn't leak air. It's quiet in here with a convertible top. It doesn't leak water. This is pretty, ooh, you know what? Oh, crap. Sheriff. I just remembered something, and it's crazy because I didn't even see the sheriff when I remembered it. I was about to tell you guys. Then I saw the sheriff, and I was like, oh, crap. Yeah, we're probably going to get pulled over here in a minute. This car doesn't have brake lights. I totally forgot. There's a brake switch down there on the brake pedal. I bought the switch, but I never did replace it. I forgot about it. I totally forgot to replace the switch. So while we do have headlights and turn signals and parking lights and everything, fog lights work too, we don't have any brake lights at all on this car. And the sheriff is literally sitting across the street watching me. I'll tell you this, it's a good thing I put the dealer tags on this one. A lot of times, I don't even bother with the tags. And the truth is, most of the cops out here, they know me. Everybody's cool with me. Nobody really has any problems with me out here other than the fire chief of the volunteer fire department. He's definitely got some problems with it. But anyway, let's get back to the car. Listen to this thing run. It's perfect. No more funny noises coming from the throwout bearing. Transmission shifts like it's supposed to. I put brand new tires on it. We put a new clutch, pressure plate, flywheel, new fork, new pilot bearing, new throwout bearing. I mean, we put a lot. New starter into this car. And it went from a car that was literally like 60% submerged underwater. Water in the engine, water in the oil, water in everything, to sitting here purring like a kitten today, doing the 10-mile run with no problem at all. I absolutely love this car. Now, I say let's hop in, take it back to the house, and we can call this video a wrap. So we made it back. Still same 2 warning lights, no check engine light. Our car's perfect. Car's perfect. I just found out I was going to try to use the wipers. I forgot I disconnected them, or I pulled the fuse or something. The windshield wipers stay on 24/7, so most likely this switch is damaged. This multi-function turn signal windshield wiper switch doesn't work. The signals work, but for whatever reason, the wipers stay on full time, so I had to disconnect them. I could try hooking up the things again and seeing if they come back to life. I don't know, probably not. There's still going to be a lot we got to do to this car, guys. I mean, this kind of flood damage it's going to be a little more difficult. The radio needs to be replaced. We should probably replace the CD player. I want to keep them original. I really like the originality of this car. I don't want to change that. So we're going to try to find a good condition radio and CD player. Blower motor is probably frozen. That's going to need checked and possibly replaced. The switch is probably bad. Probably needs to be replaced. The CCRM module needs to be replaced. The convertible top does not work. The parking brake doesn't work. it's jammed up and it's all rusted and corroded down there. So what we're going to do is we're going to have to pull the center console to change out this e-brake assembly, which has a switch. That switch turns on the brake light, but it also allows you to activate the convertible top. So I have a new switch because all of this was underwater. So I have a new convertible top switch for this as well. And then we'll replace the emergency brake, the whole assembly with the switch. We need to replace the brake light switch. Then we'll find out if the convertible top works, which it probably doesn't because the motors were probably underwater. At which point, then we probably are going to have to replace the motors as well. There's a possibility we may need to replace the cooling fan. I mean, the headlight switch is finicky. It works, but it's finicky. You got to get it just right. And then, yeah, you should be able to get the headlights work. So we need to replace that. The driver's seat does not move. It's electronic. So we're going to need the motors and everything to make the seat work. So you see what I'm saying? There's a lot of content here. And because this is the Mach sound system, what is it? The Mach 484, the Mach 460 sound system. There's probably an amplifier for this radio that's buried maybe under the seat. Maybe it's in the trunk. Oh, wow, I forgot this was full of water when we got it. This was full. I mean, water had gotten for sure over all of this, guys. There's a lot to do to make this car perfect. What I'm going to do right now, though, is I'm going to let it sit here and run, and I'm going to see if that temperature gauge comes up, and it already is. She's creeping up pretty quick. It's a warm day today. I'm going to see if the cooling fan comes on once that temperature starts climbing. I'm not going to let it overheat, but I'll let it get up there a little bit, all right? I'll let her climb up there a little bit, and if the cooling fan doesn't come on, we'll go ahead and just shut her down. Let's pop this hood, and we gotta lube up this hood release too. It's a little rough, guys. She's a little crusty. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm surprised that all the windows work. I don't know how that's possible, but all 4 of the windows. Oh, we got to put this back too. This is the flasher relay, which is, there we go. Yeah, we need to lube that up some. Look, temperature's already at the middle, so we'll see if that cooling fan comes on. It'd be great if it does. That would be one less thing to worry about. Let me put the hood prop up. Oh, we also have to put everything back together under here. I forgot we've got the engine brace, the strut tower brace has to go back. The coil covers have to go back on too. I don't have the spark plug covers. This one doesn't have coil on plugs, but yeah, those have to be put back on. Listen to how good this thing runs, though. Good pressure on the cooling system. It's perfect. Do I hear an air compressor? No. Okay, I was going to say, come on now. Surely not. Oh, we don't have an air filter in it either. The air filter's in the garage. There's still a lot to do, guys. There's still a lot to do. Let's give it a minute here. Let's see if we can get this cooling fan to kick on. I don't think it will, though. I think the CCRM module, which resides under this fender, I think it's probably toast from the salt water. Will you look at that? The cooling fan works. Are you kidding me? It didn't used to work. Yeah, she works now. Temperature got up just a hair past halfway. Cooling fan. Are you kidding? So what this means is if I wanted to actually start driving this, of course, without air conditioning or being able to adjust the seats or windshield wipers, that's all fine. The only thing that's left that I need to actually be able to take this home and really drive it and just enjoy it is the brake switch. The brake light switch is the only thing left because you have to have brake lights. You know, people have to know when you're stopping. We replaced the brake light switch on this. And even though you won't have any climate control or windshield wipers, you could drive this thing. Roll the windows down, man. I mean, that's fine. Roll the windows down and you're good to go. This car has just been getting, I told you, it's been getting better and better and better with time. I'm so proud of this car and the work that's gone into it. I'm watching the temperature slowly go back down. I mean, she's up to operating temp. Cooling fan's working. I don't think I could be any happier with this car. And just like that, the cooling fan has turned itself off as soon as the engine temps came back down again. Man. I think, honest to God, what this car needs more than anything else, the biggest thing for this car is driving it. And I'm dead serious. This car has been parked for so many years, guys. So many years. If you're new to the channel, you haven't seen the previous videos on this car's got just a crazy story, man. Let me make sure that the transmission's actually in gear and it won't roll. Perfect. No e-brake. And we got to disconnect the battery because I just don't trust it. It always kills the battery after a day or two. So we got to find the draw on that as well. But this car, as I said, was a Florida flooded hurricane car, 60% under salt water. And the previous owners were actually the original owners. I found a notebook in the car. I had to dry it off and everything, but it has all the mileage from brand new that that gentleman put on this car. He bought it in his 40s, and unfortunately, during or shortly after the hurricane, him and his wife passed away. They did not survive. And the car didn't survive either, which is why it was sent to insurance as a salvage car. This car currently contains a rebuilt title, meaning it is legal to drive it on the streets now. It's a special car to me, more so than this one, just because of the story behind it. It was a guy that probably bought it when he was, still filling his oats. He kind of got old, and so did the car. They got old together. And at some point, I don't remember when, in the notebook, the mileage stopped accumulating. And from that point on, the car never was driven again. It just sat, it was parked, and that was the end of it. And then it got flooded, and that really sealed its fate until it got sent over here to AAR headquarters. Man, I bought this car knowing it was going to be a challenge, knowing that there was a real possibility we weren't going to be able to save it. And yet here it is, running and driving, almost ready to be a daily driver. This is a car that I'm seriously considering not only purchasing for myself and insuring it and tagging it under my own name as part of my own collection, but it's also one I'm thinking about sending down to Brian at the Auto Spot. I think his guys down there, come on, man, with ceramic coating, cutting and polishing, conditioning the top and the leather, guys, they'd make this car, they would literally make this car look brand new again. Yeah, I am in love with it. I hope you guys enjoy the content on this car because it is probably going to be around for a little while. I still have a lot of work to do to it, and I want you guys to enjoy the content. So drop a comment below and let me know if this is something you're interested in. This is another one I'm seriously considering adding to my personal collection, meaning buying it from my dealership, keeping it for myself. And there's a benefit to buying these cars and keeping them for myself. That benefit is I could sell them whenever I want, and instead of having to sell them through auctions where I totally get screwed all the time. Honestly, everybody gets screwed when you send them to auction. There's buyer's fees, seller's fees, transport fees. It's just so much cheaper if you sell them yourself. But if I buy several of these cars, like the 57 Chevy Bel Air, I've had that one for, well, quite a while. I could sell it anytime I wanted, and I promise you guys, any day of the week as it sits, I could easily pull $40,000 out of this car. I have no doubt that I could pull 40 grand out of this car any day of the week. This one I own. This is outright mine. This one belongs to the dealership, the 66 Impala. As long as things continue going as good as they're going currently, I've got some major sponsors set up on, major sponsors set up on this car. Guys, there are so many parts getting ready to flood in for this. This is probably one I'm going to buy and keep in my personal collection as well. So these two should be personal collection cars. This one is sold, and that one is up for sale. This one is sold. This one I intend to put in my personal collection. This one I currently intend to put in my personal collection. This one I will probably not, although I really like it. I really like the Mercedes ML, the diesel. I really love it. I'm actually buying something else. I'm buying something that I've never had, a GM product. I've kind of always wanted them. They're quirky, weird, and kind of cool. But I would much rather have that than a Mercedes. So this one will probably not be going in my collection, but the GM product that, actually there's two GM products. One I already bought, and that's a Hummer. That one is possibly going in my personal collection. This one is also on the list of cars to put in my personal collection. And there you have it. All right. there's a lot of cars here that I really like, that I'd really like to hold on to. I'm tired of flipping cars. All right, I'm tired of buying and having to sell all of them. I see so many other YouTubers out there, they get to hold on to theirs. But for me, I need the money to put into these other cars. I can't keep them all, so I have to sell them. But I'm to the point where I'm kind of tired of having to sell everything. I would like to keep some for myself. So I'm thinking, you know, I don't know, maybe five or six cars. I don't think that's too much to ask. You know, cars that could stick around the channel kind of long term, maybe. And if at any point I decide while I own them that, you know what, I don't drive this, I'm not going to use this, I'm going to just let it go, I can sell it to anybody. Like any of you could send me an email, say, hey, I want that car, here's the price. And, you know, you wire the money, come out here with cash, whatever the deal is, you know. Maybe we could work it out and it'd be better for everybody. But that's only going to be certain cars that I really like, that I really want to own personally and enjoy myself. With that, I'm going to get out of here, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, hit the thumbs up button and let me know. Consider subscribing to the channel if you're not already subscribed. And until next time, stay safe out there, everybody. I look forward to seeing you all again very soon in the next one.